Welcome to Basketball U. If you're new to Basketball U, make sure you slam dunk that subscribe button. And just to make sure you don't miss a thing, make sure you tap that notification bell right after you hit that subscribe button.
Basketball U, it's the Daily Trainer, and I'm here to give you an overview of the first 20 workouts that we did. But before that, make sure you hit that like button, and also be sure to comment down below any help you need with your game, questions about basketball, questions about the page, questions about locating an episode. We'll send it to you. Remember, you can hit us up as well. And don't forget to check out our Spotify playlist. As the Daily Trainer, what my goal is to do is to literally be with you every day. So I'm going to be your trainer every single day and taking you through these different workouts. Now, currently, I'm not here to really take you through the simple ones because it's a little bit easier to explain through just words on the page, right? You guys know how to dribble the basketball. So these different dribbling drills are just to remind you on how to be a more effective dribbler in different forms of dribbling. We don't always just dribble the ball at a regular pace. So you got your low dribbles, right? And the low dribble is going to help you with not only a little bit of control, but also the ability to recover that dribble whenever you're losing it. There's a lot of comfort ability in your dribbling when you do this type of drill because you know you can always bounce that ball back when losing your dribble. And it helps make those fingertips stronger, which is going to make you a better shooter as well, which I will get into when we shoot. Don't forget, the regular dribble is just a dribble that is our normal height. A lot of times when people want us to keep the ball waist high, I would like to keep it just a little bit higher because it gives you access to do more things when dribbling and countering and looking for shots, passes, and other basketball related things. And then you have your high dribble, which will take the control aspect out of context just a little bit. And dribbling the ball high is just really a control drill and also a little bit with power as well. Now, if you have a weighted ball that you can bounce at home, that would also help as well. But right now we're just sticking with the regular basketball. But definitely a weighted basketball would be really cool and help you. If you ever want us to guide you with a product to go buy or purchase, just let us know in the comments and we can do that too. We're just going to train here. We're not really trying to sell anything. And now we got V Dribbles. So those V Dribbles that we've been doing is kind of a form of in and out dribble, right? And we want to make sure that not only are you understanding that you need to have your hand on top of the ball, but also that control, right? You're not going to be stiff in moving the ball. You're going to move your ball all over the place. And we're going to start moving with the ball as well. And we also need you to understand that you can move your hand all over the ball while dribbling. It doesn't have to be just on top or under or on the side. It can be all over at all times. Okay, so that's what the V dribble represents. You can do those low, you can do those high, you can do those mid, you can do a variation of those. I just kept it simple because for our beginners, that's who we are doing this for. Then we have our side V dribbles, which is just another control aspect. Some people call it walk the dog and just other names for it, but that side V dribble is also a control drill. And it also gives you a different angle of how you have to hold the ball and how you have control of it. And it tends to go a little lower at times, which makes you get lower. So that's really good. Another drill that we did that I wanted to explain is basically dribbling over your foot right to left or left to right. And this is a little bit of a variation of a kind of a V dribble along with a high pound dribble. And what this creates is that force from the ball coming into your hand, but also moving it out of the way of a defender's hand, or just maybe someone in the way coming off of a screen, or someone running by, somebody reaching. All these different aspects that can happen when playing in the game of basketball. Another drill that I kind of threw in the mix in those 20 workouts was kill dribbles. And again, this is just changing the tempo of your dribble, also understanding control, how to get it from low to high, high to low, and then you can mess around with that and kind of create your own feel when it comes to that. The combination of having the dribbles put together was just the V Dribbles, and that's just to get you to start flowing into doing more than just one move or one dribble move. I felt that there was a little bit more movement in that, so that's why I combined those particular dribbles when it came to that. Also, looking into this, we got into a little bit of a crossover and we went through the legs just a little bit. Now, with those dribbles, we are now coming into the phase of starting to find a way to set up our defender. Okay, so now that'll be the next phase coming into these next drills after we move. So we're going to move first with our simple dribbles, and then we're going to go into the moves where we start to set up our defender, along with walking forward and setting them up. Because what we do stationary, we have to walk and learn it, and then walking, then we can run. Okay, so we're just going to keep moving forward and continuing to make you a very good basketball player. Now, we will combine a lot of these dribbles together before we move to the next stage of combining more advanced moves. Now, one thing I did want to mention was our warm-up. Our warm-up is great. It's very simple. Now, some days I had you do like high knees, I had you do maybe jumping jacks, and then there were some days where I didn't have you do that, and I kept it simple where you were just warming up your arms and your shoulders, because that was definitely necessary. But you are more than welcome to take any part of the warm-up and use that in your beginning warm-up routine to warm you up. So just an overview of what we did. We had jumping jacks, we had high knee runs, we did quad stretching, walking lunges, arm circles, and that is just a variation of drills for the different movement that you're gonna have, moving up and down, planning a certain way and having your body in a certain position for that amount of time. And don't forget, we also have ball taps, which is another control aspect for your fingertips. Arms get pretty tired, so it's a good arm warm up as well. And then we have ball slaps to really get that feel. And then we even took it to another level later in the workouts, and that was like the ball moving around your body. Now this is just an eye and hand coordination drill with a lot of movement to get your coordination down without you having to look at the ball. At some point when we're dribbling and we're doing these different exercises, we are not going to look at the ball. So just remember that as we move forward, we want to keep our eyes up and we want to make sure that we are using our sense and feel, because the game is a feel game. When you dribble, it's a feeling, it's a rhythm. When you shoot, it's a feeling, it's a rhythm. When you're talking and your teammates are listening or trying to understand what you're saying, it is a communication rhythm. And there is also a feel to understanding how your players feel and how you're able to do the different things as a leader on the court. So remember that. We are getting ready to go into our next 20. Remember, you can ask me any questions. I want you to lace them up and get ready for these next 20 workouts, and then I will be back to talk to you. And then as I see it, maybe possibly send in your videos and see guys getting better, then we will start talking on every workout. And that's going to be great for just everyone that is coming up trying to fulfill their dream of playing the game of basketball. And remember, someone's always working. Are you?
This is Basketball U. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And also, follow all of our social medias right there in the description to keep yourself up to date, as this channel will have a lot of basketball, a lot of players, and a lot of training and more information on how to play the game of basketball. Remember, someone's always working. Are you?